Name is Nikki, but my name ain't Nicole.
Hey yo, I been on, bitch, you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. I mean, I been storm, X-Men been formed. He keep on dialing Nikki like the prince on.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if I look crazy, that's because I wasn't gonna film this at first. Actually, I was supposed to film it, forgot I was supposed to film it, so I was just gonna start doing it because work today was hectic, so my brain wasn't on, oh, you're supposed to film that look. But anyway, it's my last Halloween look of this season. I haven't done too many only because, I don't know, I just been too preoccupied with other stuff and regular fall looks. So this year, my Halloween looks were like, I did like 4 or 5. Last year I did like at least 10. But yeah, I gotta get my life together. This one was sent to me by Raven here. Well, she sent it on Twitter, but she also has YouTube, of course. She's one of my favorite people. And I am creasing. There's like a pound of concealer and e.l.f. Primer around my eyes right now because I want this look to work. So I've never done anything like this before. Actually going to be making my brows even like just real thin and just, oh, I'm not ready for this look. Anyway, like my last Halloween video, I am not going to show the face chart until the very end. However, Raven knows which one this is, so if you're watching, then yeah, you know. Enough talking, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Korean concealer as well as an e.l.f. concealer and cover, ignore my phone, and cover this half of my brow. I'm scared because I've never done this before. And the reason why people are like, oh, you want to wipe it off? I can't because that is a mixture of eyebrow tint, which is waterproof. It's supposed to last for, I think she said, a month. As well as I put the Benefit Brow 24-hour brow setter gel on it, so it does not come off. Again, ignore my phone. So I have to cover this part of my brow first with the Korean concealer, and then I'm gonna go in on top of this with the e.l.f. concealer, which my Korean concealer is almost gone, which I'm sad about because this stuff is expensive because it's like medicated concealer, so you use it and it's like, oh, we're gonna help your acne go away, so I use it all the time. So yeah, using the same little poof thing, I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. cream contour palette and use that lightest shade. This is the only time I use this shade, is if I need to cover some stuff. I know what you're thinking, why don't you use like a white? Because it wouldn't work for my skin. Like I have to use stuff closer to my skin tone for something like this to work. And again, I'm only covering the tail, so I don't really need to use a white. But good lord, this is a lot. But thanks, Raven, for sending me this because I didn't know what I was going to do for my last look, because most of them have been face charts from Instagram that people have sent me or my student picked. But this one was sent by one of my favorite people. So, you know, I'm going to do it. Of course, I'm going to go over this with powder. I'm going to use an eyeshadow from Morphe, and then I'm going to do the face. So I'm going to go and do the powder off camera right now, only because I want to find the right shade. Oh my word, my phone is juking right now. I'll be back. So one of the first things I'm going to be doing is, again, I know you're like, oh, you can still see some black. There's going to be more going on. It's not done at all. I don't want to put too much concealer or anything else because then when I put the other color, it's going to be like raised in too many layers. So we're going to stop right there. Like, let me be great. On to the eyes, which I'm going to be going into the Morphe 35U, one of my favorites. My white is gone. And I'm going to first go into this silver, oh my word. Oop, and it dug into this one. Nice job, great job. I'm going to be going into this silver shade right here. Again, there are no names, so just this silver shade right here. And put that all up in through the lid. Actually, I should probably put green first. So let me do the green first, and then the silver. And I know what you're thinking, like, why don't you just use a paint? Which I do have paints here. But my skin got irritated from the clown look when I used those paints, even though it says it was safe for the face. So I'm not trying to go through that again because it was really red and it was a little scary, and I only used the white and the black from that paint set and they irritated my skin, so I'm not trying to use anything else. And I find that eyeshadows work better for me, which is so weird because I do art, I paint, I draw. So on paper, I can paint my butt off. On my own face, me and paint don't get along. And the reason why I'm only doing this half is because I know when I do this eye look, I'm gonna have fallout down here. So we gonna wait that out real quick, real fast. The great part about this whole look is I just cleaned my makeup brushes and some of them are a little damp, so they're holding the eyeshadow much better, which is working so well right now. And I'm so happy because there hasn't been any fallout. And usually when I use these, for some reason, these shades in this palette, these four here, it's like a shimmery, what is that? Like a black blue, like it's got some blue flakes in it, but it's basically black. A shimmery black brown shade, that's the only way I can explain that. The black and then the silver, they just fall out and it looks really gross. But because my brushes are a little damp, because I washed them this morning, it's working really well. Next I'm going to go into this black brown shimmer shade. Again, they have no names, but this one looks closer to the picture than this one or this one. Like there's no blue. So I'm going to go into that black brown. It looks like, oh, this is what I swatched up. This, it looks like this, but like if you look really closely, like there's a little like, gray silver because it's shimmer, so it's technically silver, and then brown. I'm not giving anyone the finger. I'm currently just swatching my hand, but like, yeah. So I'm going to be using that, one of my mermaid tail brushes. I'm going to put this in like an almost like an oval shape instead of just going like you normally would. It's gonna be like this, like that, if that makes sense. Just see it when I do it. And I know what you're thinking, like, why don't you just use a paint? Which I do have paints here. But my skin got irritated from the clown look when I used those paints, even though it says it was safe for the face. So I'm not trying to go through that again because it was really red and it was a little scary, and I only used the white and the black from that paint set and they irritated my skin, so I'm not trying to use anything else. And I find that eyeshadows work better for me, which is so weird because I do art, I paint, I draw. So on paper, I can paint my butt off. On my own face, me and paint don't get along. And the reason why I'm only doing this half is because I know when I do this eye look, I'm gonna have fallout down here. So we gonna wait that out real quick, real fast. The great part about this whole look is I just cleaned my makeup brushes and some of them are a little damp, so they're holding the eyeshadow much better, which is working so well right now. And I'm so happy because there hasn't been any fallout. And usually when I use these, for some reason, these shades in this palette, these four here, it's like a shimmery, what is that? Like a black blue, like it's got some blue flakes in it, but it's basically black. A shimmery black brown shade, that's the only way I can explain that. The black and then the silver, they just fall out and it looks really gross. But because my brushes are a little damp, because I washed them this morning, it's working really well. Next I'm going to go into this black brown shimmer shade. Again, they have no names, but this one looks closer to the picture than this one or this one. Like there's no blue. So I'm going to go into that black brown. It looks like, oh, this is what I swatched up. This, it looks like this, but like if you look really closely, like there's a little like, gray silver because it's shimmer, so it's technically silver, and then brown. I'm not giving anyone the finger. I'm currently just swatching my hand, but like, yeah, so I'm going to be using that, one of my mermaid tail brushes. I'm going to put this in like an almost like an oval shape instead of just going like you normally would. It's going to be like this, like that, if that makes sense. Just see it when I do it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Blackish color, green. She doing a hawk look? Nope. It's not hawk at all. Now I'm going to go back into the 35 Yule, and I'm going to take this shade here. Again, they have no names. It's like a magenta E shade. It's like pink purple, but more purple than pink. Yeah, I'm going to use that and put that in that area on both eyes, of course. Then I'm going to go into the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil Take Me to Brazil palette, and I'm going to be using that lovely, lovely white iridescent shade right there. I'm going to put that on the center of this. It's not really a halo eye, but you know, using a Morphe brush. And this is the eyeshadow that I used for my look on Saturday. The white lines was a combination of this shade and lipstick, liquid lipstick, of course. This is very, very interesting looking, and I'm so glad I'm not showing the face chart, because then you'd be able to be like, oh, I just want you to think about what it could possibly be instead of me just telling you what it is. Okay, that part's done. On to the eyebrow. So I'm going to do eyebrows next, and for that I'm not going to use an eyeshadow because I want it to be precise. I'm going to use a liquid lipstick. So, yeah. Time for the fun part. Painting my entire face with eyeshadow using this bigger brush and that same green shade from the Morphe 35U. The fun part, contour. I don't know if you ever tried to contour with eyeshadow, but that's what I'm about to do. I officially hit pan on the green. Congratulations to me. I'm going to use, to contour, I'm going to be using these two green shades to contour my nose, get to snatch the nose and snatch the cheeks. And I have to do the contour way lower than what I do my contour naturally. It's gonna be hard. Next, or actually last, well, almost last, the lips. I'm gonna do the lips now, then I'll do the highlight under the eye and on the chin and in the middle of the forehead and down the nose last to finish that off. We're gonna be using 2 liquid lips for the lips, obviously. And for this highlighting, I want it to look really shiny. So instead of using a green highlight, I'm going to use a gold one and put it on top of this green. And that is exactly what I wanted. Yay! If you're new to my channel, when I do face charts, I follow 95% of it. When it comes to details like highlighting and whatnot, I usually do my own thing, only because sometimes the highlight they use, I don't own that color, or I don't like the way they highlight, because most of the time they highlight for somebody with a smaller face. I have a big face, I have a big head, so I have to kind of sort of do my own thing with it. I like it. I like this a lot. These brows are scaring me though. And the last part is the lower lash line. It's like black, but like also there's a hint of pink or purple there. So I'm just going to go into the BH Cosmetics and I'm going to take this pink shade first and put that on the lower lash line. Real simple, real easy. Just put it on first. Bring it down to like right there. And this. Then using the same brush. Yes, same brush. Gonna go into the black shade that's in here. Which this black is a very dark black, so I like it. But I'm not gonna cover the pink completely. If you notice, I just went over it. So then you can still tell there's color there, and it's not just black. We are almost done. The last part of this look is really easy. Well, there are two. Really easy and really simple. I'm going to take this liquid lip and go into the center of my lower lash line. I just want you guys to know that it's like, it's what time is it? It's almost 10:30 at night. I'm filming this video on a Tuesday. Like right about here. Of course I have to touch that up because it's not that big. So then I'm going to go off camera real quick, real fast, and touch that up. Especially on this side. This one's okay. This one is huge. It's much too big. So I'm gonna go fix that. I'll be back. And this is the completed look. Actually, believe it or not, I filmed the completed look when I finished the look. Then editing, I deleted like the end of the video, so the outro gone. So I just had to do this again really quickly to film the outro. So if it looks slightly different, I mean, I actually like the brows a lot better, and the highlighting, and the lip. It came out better the second time, and I'm really angry about that. So upset, so annoying. So this is the finished look. Second time doing it, and I like this so much better. I don't think I'm going to redo the pictures because I already did the pictures. I already posted it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Did I post it on Twitter? Can't remember. So if you're wondering why my shirt's different or anything, or why this looks better, because it definitely looks better, I'm a little upset. I might have to like like repost this because it looks, there's like a brush hair right here, but I don't want to rub too hard and ruin the face. It looks so much better today, and I'm so angry. But also not, because then I could just redo the pictures. Oh, this looks so much better than it did yesterday. Maybe I was supposed to delete that on accident. It was supposed to happen. Anyway, Halloween is over in Korea. It is Wednesday night. I just got off work, and I literally just did this in 20 minutes. Pat on the back. Anyway, this is a finished look. Again, thank you, Raven, for sending me this one, because I actually really, when I was younger, I used to love reading Frankenstein, Pride of Frankenstein, watching the movies, watching the little parodies and the remakes, all that good stuff, especially around Halloween. I don't know why, but I thought she was really pretty, even though she was green and she was supposed to be scary. But I liked her. And so yeah, that's it. That's all. I hope everyone had a lovely Halloween weekend, had a lovely Halloween. If you have children, I hope they get lots and lots of candy, but don't eat it all in one day. And don't steal your children's candy. Okay? I'm saying this like I didn't take from my nieces and nephews, but whatever. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Bye.